Right now, breaking news on News Channel 8.
It's tiring. It's exhausting.
Chaos in Bartow tonight. We have just learned new information about a bomb scare at the courthouse that prompted evacuations. All of that while this happened.
Anything you want to say? A frenzy as a former Lakeland City Commissioner facing a murder charge gets out of jail. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Lee.
And I'm Keith Kay. Thank you for joining us. All of that in just a moment. But first, let's get right to Storm Team 8 Chief Meteorologist Steve Jervey with your first look at the forecast.
Yeah, Keith, got a cold front approaching and a few light showers have moved on ahead of that. Very light stuff, but falling across Citrus, Hernando, Pasco, and some have made it far inland, all the way into places like Bartow tonight. Showers continue, you can see across northern areas, and a few light showers still possible. Probably the better chance of showers here the next 24 hours favoring the northern part of the state. But rain is definitely possible, been dry here for some time. Currently outside, 74 degrees at Veterans Ford in Tampa. Nice night, but again, the temperatures are going to change here this weekend. We'll talk about those changes coming up.
And now to the breaking news. 2 major bomb threats in Bartow. One at the police headquarters, another at the courthouse.
That's right. Tonight, the big question, was this connected to dangerous devices across the country? Also downtown, a high-profile case involving a former commissioner accused of murder. A busy night, and we have live team coverage tonight. We begin with News Channel 8's Melanie Michael, who's outside the Polk County Courthouse in Bartow for us tonight. Mel.
Jen, good evening to you. At this hour, the all clear has been given and downtown streets are back open again after one tense day. Bomb threats in Bartow. It was certainly a scary day for folks downtown as courthouse security discovered what they thought was a dangerous device.
They described the device as a computer-looking motherboard with wires coming off of it to some bottles.
Bartow police called to the scene quickly just before 7 p.m. That's when the courthouse was closed and everyone evacuated.
With all of the bomb threats and suspicious packages going all across the country, here in Bartow, we're going to make sure that we check these things out and make sure it's safe.
Bomb dogs were brought in, searching every inch of the building, and downtown was on lockdown with a bomb squad robot canvassing city sidewalks. The device found turned out to be trash, but Bartow PD not taking any chances.
Although it's tiring, we're here 100%. Both the Bartow Police Department, our partners over at the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
Turns out this scare wasn't the only one on Thursday. It happened twice. A bomb threat called into Bartow PD earlier in the day. In both cases, the all clear was given and no one was hurt.
For the citizens of Bartow and the visitors of Bartow, it is a safe city. There are no bombs here. There are no devices here, and we will make sure that we will continue to keep it that way.
Bartow police tell me that they take this sort of thing very seriously. They also take seriously calling in a phony bomb threat. You'll go to jail for it. We are live in downtown Bartow tonight. I'm Melanie Michael, News Channel 8.
Here's something interesting. The Bartow courthouse lockdown also created some drama for former Lakeland Commissioner Michael Dunn, delaying his release from jail on bond. News Channel 8's Victoria Price joins us now live from Bartow, and you actually tried to speak to Dunn the minute he made bail.
Yes, Jen, I did. Michael Dunn is now on house arrest. It's one of the terms of his release from jail, and he had nothing to say as he walked and then ran out of the Polk County Jail earlier tonight.
Anything you want to say?
Michael Dunn keeping quiet as he bonded out of Polk County Jail Thursday night, eventually breaking into a full-on sprint to try and outrun the cameras. After back and forth in court earlier in the day, a judge set Dunn's bond at $150,000. He had been behind bars since Friday after a grand jury indicted him on second-degree murder charges. Store video shows him shooting and killing shoplifter Cristobal Lopez at his Lakeland military surplus store on October 3rd when Lopez, we're told, tried to steal a hatchet. Dunn has some high-profile help in this case. He's hired Mark O'Mara to represent him, the same attorney who represented George Zimmerman in the Trayvon Martin case. Now, there are some terms to Michael Dunn's house arrest. He cannot have any guns. He cannot have any ammunition. And that means for the time being, he cannot work at his Army surplus store. Reporting live in Bartow, Victoria Price, News Channel 8.
The attorney for the family of Cristobal Lopez, the man Michael Dunn shot and killed, says that he is prepared to make Dunn pay. Adam Kemp with Morgan & Morgan says his firm is getting ready for a civil suit against Dunn in addition to the criminal charges. He says there should be no question in anyone's mind that Dunn made a big mistake.
We believe the video is clear. It tells the story in this case, and there's no self-defense here. Michael Dunn was the aggressor, and he used deadly force, unjustifiably and unnecessarily took Mr. Lopez's life.
Kemp says the family is dealing with a lot of pain right now, but will eventually talk to the public about what they are going through.
Breaking news tonight on 2 more bomb scares. About an hour ago, a suspicious package was found at a building housing several federal agencies, including the office of Senator Dianne Feinstein. Los Angeles police determined that was not a threat. And around 8 tonight, New York police investigated a suspicious package found in the mall area of the Time Warner Center. People did evacuate from that area. Police determined there was no threat or danger and eventually gave the all clear.
We have some breaking news tonight in Hernando County as well. Firefighters responding to a burning home in Spring Hill. They find a body inside. A neighbor on Laredo Avenue called 911 to report the fire just after 8 o'clock. The caller did not think anyone was home because the owner's car was not in the driveway. However, firefighters did find a victim inside, and they are working to identify that person tonight. And there are still plenty of questions surrounding a homicide this evening in the Palm River area of Hillsborough County. Investigators say someone found a woman dead in the backyard of a home on 32nd Avenue. This is just south of Causeway Boulevard. It is unclear if she lived at that home or exactly how she died, who may have killed her, or why they did it.
Tonight, an 8 on your side warning from the Department of Health. If you have not received a hepatitis A vaccine and you ate at Hamburger Mary's in Ybor City, you need to get a vaccine immediately. Health officials say an employee at the restaurant tested positive for the virus.
Hep A is actually relatively easily transmitted, usually by oral fecal route. We talk, that's a medical term, really by ingesting the virus.
The Hillsborough County Health Department will be giving away hepatitis A vaccines tomorrow and Saturday from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Sulphur Springs location. We have more information on this morning on our website, WFLA.com.
Tonight, we are hearing from the family of one of the 3 linemen killed while working to restore power in the Panhandle. A Tampa Bay man is now charged with driving drunk, hitting them, and then leaving the scene. News Channel 8's Chip Osowski has more from Thenota Sassa.
52-year-old George Cecil was one of the linemen killed. Family members are heartbroken.
Strong, hardworking. Every day worked for what he wanted. Treated people well, treated them right. And that's how he lived life.
Just remember that he was out there working to help people, to get their lives back, and he ultimately paid the price with his.
Cecil and 22-year-old Ryan Barrett were both here from North Carolina. The third victim, 60-year-old James Ussery, was from Chipley, Florida. All 3 were working to restore power when they were struck by a pickup truck. Troopers tell us 37-year-old John Gedke was behind the wheel and was drunk. That doesn't surprise Donna Spicer.
He was drunk all the time and driving. I don't even know if he had a valid license.
Spicer lives in the mobile home park in Thenota Sassa where Gedke lived until he was kicked out. In the past 18 years, he's been arrested more than 24 times.
Cops were here all the time?
All the time for them, yeah. All the time. At least 3 times a week the police were here.
Gedke is now facing DUI manslaughter and vehicular homicide charges. In Hillsborough County, I'm Chip Osowski, News Channel 8.
George Cecil's brother says the lineman was scheduled to return home to North Carolina Saturday. Instead of planning a homecoming party, the family is now planning his funeral.
Tonight, we are closely following updates on 2 middle school girls claiming to be devil worshippers who police say were planning to murder classmates. The police chief says the girls brought these knives to Bartow Middle School Tuesday and planned to stab students in a bathroom. A local psychologist tells us the girls will likely need a lot of counseling.
It could actually be an opportunity to find out more about what's happening with them.
Right now, we're told the girls likely will not be charged as adults because they were younger than 15.
Tonight, police continue to investigate a motorcycle crash that claimed the lives of 2 riders. The 2009 Harley-Davidson motorcycle collided with a Nissan sedan on Seminole Boulevard last night. The driver and passenger of the motorcycle died at the scene. Friends say the couple were out celebrating the woman's birthday.
It hadn't set in yet, really hadn't. Good, loyal friend. Just go out of your way to do anything for you.
We're told the driver of the vehicle is a juvenile who stayed on the scene after the crash. No word about pending charges.
New tonight, money that was supposed to be in the bank for Spook Hill Elementary's parent-teacher organization ended up in a sock. Bank officials noticed suspicious activity and froze the account. When police investigated, they say they discovered a parent, Guillermina Delgado, had been making withdrawals. Delgado told police she had stuffed most of the money in a sock. Police arrested her and recovered the cash. Smile, you're on Ring camera. Manatee deputies are trying to track down this curious suspected thief. He was caught on a doorbell camera in Palmetto Estates. Deputies found a backpack full of stolen property abandoned nearby.
Still to come, one of Pinellas County's most popular events, far from immune to red tide.
It's killing businesses, it's tourism, everything's down.
Coming up next, what's being done to make sure the toxic algae bloom doesn't keep folks away from the Johns Pass Seafood Festival.
Plus, a school custodian moved to tears. Why this birthday surprise meant so much to him.
And here's a live look right now at our tower camera in downtown Tampa. Storm teammate Steve Jervy will have your full forecast coming up.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. You can tag your photos from around Tampa Bay with @WFLA.